Fog recap here. Today I am explaining sci-fi action film Rise of the Planet of the Apes. See the world through eyes of a pathetic soul. Watch till the end and see how a drug experiment done on chimpanzee causes to enhance their IQ and why they start battle against human. A group of chimpanzees are roaming in the jungle when they are captured by humans and taken to a lab for testing. In reality, a scientist named Will wants to create medicine for his father's Alzheimer's disease. He develops a serum but decides to test it on animals before using it on humans. The serum is given to one chimpanzee, boosting its IQ significantly, and now it can solve complex puzzles. Seeing this, Will is very happy and now he wants to use this medicine on humans. He then shares this information with his senior, and afterward a board meeting is held with members. In the meeting, he starts explaining to everyone about his medicine and the impact it has on the chimpanzee. He mentions that the medicine significantly increases IQ. The chimpanzee, which was subjected to the serum, became uncontrollable when they tried to move it to another cage. It starts causing destruction and breaks free. It reaches Will's meeting and frightens everyone, leading to chaos. In the chaos, everyone starts running away in fear, and the police eventually shoot the chimpanzee. With this incident, Will's project also comes to an end. Will's boss cancels the project, branding it as dangerous for humans, shattering Will's heart. It is then that the lab caretaker reveals to Will that there is no problem with his medicine. In reality, the chimpanzee didn't turn aggressive due to the serum. Instead, it had given birth to a baby at that moment. The aggression was a protective reaction to save its newborn baby and stay close to it. After that, Will brings the baby chimp to his home, where Will's father also resides. They both name him Caesar. Though this chimpanzee baby is small, its brain is as sharp as a human's. The next day, during breakfast, Caesar starts drinking milk from a bottle on his own, astonishing both Will and his father. Will realizes that the effect of the serum has transferred from its mother to Caesar, making him exceptionally intelligent. As 3 years pass, Caesar becomes highly advanced, studying, playing, and performing tasks just like a human. On the other hand, due to Will's father's Alzheimer's disease, his mental condition has deteriorated significantly. It has reached a point where even the nurse refuses to take care of him. She suggests that Will's father needs hospitalization as his condition cannot be managed at home. Will is deeply saddened by this, and the next day when he goes to the lab, he brings the medicine he had created for Caesar's mom, designed for Alzheimer's. He knows that saving his father is now impossible. Taking a risk, he administers the Alzheimer's medicine to his father. The next morning, to his astonishment, he sees his father playing the piano, completely recovered. Will is overjoyed because his medicine has saved his father's life. Meanwhile, Caesar watches kids riding bicycles from the window and feels a desire to ride a bicycle like them. He decides to go to a neighbor's house to fulfill his wish. However, the owner of that house perceives him as a threat and attacks him. Before he can harm Caesar, Will and his father arrive, attempting to explain that Caesar just wanted to play. They manage to rescue Caesar and take him back home safely. Now, Caesar has injured his leg, so Will takes him to Dr. Caroline for treatment. During the treatment, Dr. Caroline discovers that Caesar is exceptionally intelligent. A strong friendship develops between Caesar and the doctor during his treatment. Consequently, she starts visiting Will's house regularly, where she learns that Caesar always stays indoors and is not taken outside. Understanding the situation, Dr. Caroline suggests to Will that they should take Caesar outside to broaden his experiences. Therefore, Will take Caesar to a nearby jungle. Caesar enjoys being there a lot. 2 years pass in this manner, and Caesar has grown into an adult. He always returns to the same jungle. One day, while the three are in the jungle, they encounter a family with a dog wearing a collar. Seeing the collar, Caesar becomes sad as he also has a collar around his neck. He gestures towards Will, asking if he is Will's pet. This deeply saddens Will, and he responds, "No, you're not my pet, you're my son." Now, Caesar is curious to know more about himself, where he came from and who he is. Understanding his curiosity, Will take Caesar outside the lab and reveals that they had administered a medicine to his mother, and it is because of that medicine that Caesar is so intelligent. Meanwhile, Will's father's condition worsens as the effects of the medicine start wearing off. This deeply troubles Will. One day, when Will's father takes his car for a drive, his Alzheimer's causes him to forget how to drive, resulting in a collision with the neighbor's car, the same neighbor who had harmed Caesar in his childhood. The neighbor, in anger, pulls Will's father out of the car, intending to harm him. Seeing this, Caesar, in a fit of rage, attacks the neighbor and ends up biting off his finger to save Will's father. Due to the court's decision, the chimpanzee, Caesar, cannot stay at home anymore. Animal control takes him to a facility where several other chimpanzees are already housed. Although Caesar doesn't want to stay there, Will is compelled to leave him there, saying that he has to stay for now. This deeply saddens Caesar. Meanwhile, Will's father's Alzheimer's worsens again, and Will is determined to create a medicine strong enough to permanently cure the disease. He informs his boss that the previous medicine had temporarily helped his father, but now he wants to develop a stronger medicine that can completely cure the ailment. His boss permits him and Will quickly formulates the new medicine. One night, Will's father's health deteriorates significantly, but he refuses to take the medicine, saying that his time has come. After this, Will's father passes away. Will is completely shattered by his father's death, and now, besides Caesar, he has nothing left. To free Caesar, Will decides to pay a substantial amount to the animal care authorities. Although the head of the facility agrees, Caesar makes a barrier, refusing to go as he no longer wants to go with Will. Caesar is now angry with Will. Will is heartbroken and he goes home back without Caesar. Now, some people visit the facility to see the chimpanzees. Caesar grabs one of the boys, pulls him towards himself, and takes a knife from his pocket. Later that night, he uses the knife to open the cages and free his friend in another cage. After freeing his friend, Caesar goes straight to Will's house, where he finds the new medicine that Will had created for Alzheimer's patients. Caesar returns to the facility where other chimpanzees are still confined. He releases the gas from the medicine, and all the chimpanzees inhale it, becoming as intelligent as Caesar. They gain the ability to think and understand like humans. Now, Caesar and the other chimpanzees prepare to escape, but a worker from the facility arrives and, upon seeing them trying to escape, starts using an electric stick to shock them. Caesar grabs the worker's hand, warning him to keep his filthy hands off. However, the worker attempts to harm them again, and in self-defense, Caesar throws water on him, causing an electric shock that leads to the worker's demise. After this incident, Caesar takes all the chimpanzees with him to a zoo where he integrates them with the existing chimpanzees. Now, all the chimpanzees, along with Caesar, head to Will's lab. There, they find numerous other chimpanzees, and Caesar liberates them as well. They are all against humans. Concerned about Caesar, Will tries to contact the rescue center but gets no response. He goes to the lab and discovers that Caesar is not there. Someone informs him that Caesar has likely gone to the redwood jungle where he used to go in his childhood. Caesar, leading his fellow chimpanzees, is on the way to the redwood jungle. However, on the route, the police block their path on a bridge, leading to a dangerous confrontation between the chimpanzees and the police. During the confrontation, a helicopter attacks them, and when Caesar is about to inquire about the casualties, a gorilla named Buck crashes the helicopter, losing his own life in the process. After defeating the humans in the battle, they all reach Redwood Park, where Will also arrives shortly. Will calls out to Caesar, and another chimpanzee is about to attack Will, but Caesar stops him. Will tells Caesar to come home with him, warning about the police who will harm them. Caesar embraces Will and softly tells him that this is now his world. Will understands that Caesar has found his place and he won't interfere. Consequently, Will leaves the area and Caesar becomes the leader of his new world with his fellow chimpanzees. The movie concludes at this point.